Hello. Today we'll see about demand and supply analysis examples. We'll sketch both of the curves on the same graph. Okay, so here it says that the demand and supply functions of a good are given by these two functions, where the first function is saying just a minute, let me just choose a color. Okay, so here the first one, the price equals to -2 quantity demand plus 50, and the second function is saying price equals to half of quantity of supply plus 25. So QD is talking about demand quantity and QS is talking about supply quantity. That's what you can see here. And we want to determine the equilibrium price and quantity. What does it mean, equilibrium? Equilibrium means when the demand and the supply curve are going to meet on the same point. So take the first function. Now we don't need to write the D, it's just the quantity. And you know, in demand curve, I'll show you a small example here. Demand is going this way, so we have these 2 points. This is P and this is Q. So to know this point, plug in instead of Q 0. So -2 multiplied by 0 plus 50. The price would be here just 50. And to know this point, we must plug in instead of P 0, and that would be 0 equals to -2Q plus 50. Bring this one back. 2Q equals to 50. So the value for Q would be 25. Okay, now I'll start sketching our graph. This is for P and this is for Q. Okay, let me check back. What did we say? Q is 25, P is 50. P is 50. Let me imagine that this point is 50. So its half is almost here. So this is my 25, and you can make your demand curve this way. Let's say that this is our demand curve. Okay, now we will do the supply curve. Okay, I think that the supply function was saying half of Q plus 25. So the supply is going this way, look, to go this way. So you will have a point on this line, and on this line, what did we say? Q equals to 0. So plug in instead of Q 0, half times 0 plus 25. P will be just 25. So good. You have here, let's say that this is almost 25. So you need another point here. Let me plug in instead of Q whatever number you want. Let's say half of, let's put instead of Q 20 plus 25. Here you can choose whatever number you want. So half of 20 would be 10. This would be 10 plus 30, 10 plus 25, sorry, it would go to 35. So when Q is 20, let's say almost 20 is here, P would be 35. Say that 35 is almost here. So let's have a point here. This is my supply curve. So this is my point of equilibrium. But from this graph, it's very difficult to know what is the exact point of equilibrium. I know that for price it is between 25 and 35, and for the quantity it would be less than 20. But less than 20, there are lots of numbers less than 20. So to be sure which number I'm talking about, you are going to use here simultaneous equation for the two functions. By these two functions, which is eliminate them. So here P will go with the P, and this would be 0. Minus 2 minus half will be minus 2 and half. You can write it this way. 50 minus 25 would be plus 25. So you can bring this one back. So 2.5 cubed equals to 25. Divide both sides by negative 2.5. The value for Q would be 10. Good. So here we will know that the equilibrium quantity is 10. To know what's the equilibrium price, you can plug in this 10 in one of these two functions. If you plug it in any equation, the answer will be the same. So let me do it with the first one. Let's say minus 2 times 10 plus 50. This would be minus 20 plus 50. The price would be 30. So let's check if our answer is right. Q is 10 and P is 30. Okay, I'll go back to my graph. Yeah, here look, Q is 10. Yeah, it looks like 10. Looks here like 10, and here it looks like 30. So this point of equilibrium is 10, 30. Very good. So this is our supply and demand analysis.